Hello, everyone. This is Adam Meister, the Bitcoin Meister, the Disrupt Meister. Welcome to the One Bitcoin Show. Today is April the 8th, 2019. Strong hand, offended by selling. Value your wealth in Bitcoin. Unconfiscatable. One Bitcoin equals one Bitcoin. Deferral of gratification. We're going to talk about that a lot during this show. Don't FOMO on altcoins, people. Check out all the links below, though. Follow me on Twitter at TechBalt, TechBalt, disruptmeister.com. Yeah, I'm on Steemit also at Bitcoin Meister. You know it. It's live there now. Upvote me there. So I forgot to upvote myself there. I just remembered. First topic of the day is an inspirational tweet by someone with the last name of Parkinson. Buy Bitcoin. It's the only protest you'll ever need to take part in. It's also the most disruptive and effective protest you'll ever take part in, too. Real change starts with real money. I like that. Because, it's a whole generation out there. People, I want to protest. I'm going to protest the president. I'm going to protest this. I'm going to go march on this and march on that. Dude, you're wasting your time. You're virtue signaling. You don't need people to know you're a protester. Silently buy your Bitcoin, accumulate, get 1, get 2, get 3, get 4, get 100. And you'll be protesting very nicely that way. But of course, most people aren't going to do that because they just want to show off to their friends how cool they are by holding up some sign and whoever's the latest scapegoat they're protesting. That's not me. I'm in the Bitcoin overlay. You could say I'm a protester by buying my Bitcoin. Whatever you want to say. All I know is that I'm buying and I'm holding. Well, I was buying. I'm accumulating. I don't need to buy anymore because I'm doing pretty well with the Bitcoin. Pound that like button. All right. Because I earn it, People send it to me. It's great. Steam it. Turn your Steam into Bitcoin. Moving on. But you guys get the point, okay? You guys get the point. It's linked to below. Everything I talk about in this video is linked below. I want to thank the great Guy Bennett. I linked to his Twitter below. He might be in the chat right now. I have no idea. He watches the show quite a bit. And he travels all around the world, and you can follow him on Twitter. He's linked to below. He told me about this theory. He sent me a link to the article about the 210,000 block hold theory. Okay. Now, what is a 210,000 block hold theory? Well, I love any theory that incorporates numbers that deal with the halvings, because as you know, every 210,000 blocks in Bitcoin, there's a Bitcoin halving. The mining reward gets cut in half. The amount of new Bitcoin that's sent onto the scene by the miners, that's created, that's mined, is cut in half every 210,000 blocks, which is roughly about every 4 years. Most of us, we think in terms of time and measurable time periods. So we've grouped it into 4 years. 2012 there was a halving, 2016 there was a halving. There's going to be one in 2020, as you know, but it's actually every 210,000 blocks. All right. So here's a quote from that page, and it explains what the theory is. As far as we have been able to observe, every single Satoshi that has ever been mined or transacted has a higher fiat valuation 210,000 blocks after it was mined or transacted. So guys, think long-term and defer gratification. Hold on to your Bitcoin that you buy for at least 210,000 blocks, okay? Now, is it okay? It's no coincidence, because some people say there's no such things as coincidences. There's no word in the Hebrew language for coincidences, if you're wondering. But it's no coincidence that every 210,000, that if you buy some Bitcoin, that 210,000 blocks later, it will be worth more in fiat. That is what the past has shown us. Will this stay true? Who knows? We shall see. For those people who bought some Bitcoin at or even move Bitcoin. I mean, this is true. Even if you move Bitcoin at when it was worth over $19,000, we're not 210,000 blocks away from that yet. That is not until late 2021, actually. So if this theory holds true, for all those people out there, who wisely held on to their Bitcoin they paid $19,000 for, if this theory holds true, then in the end of 2021, beginning of 2022, 210,000 blocks later, in terms of fiat, your Bitcoin should be worth more. Again, I can't promise anything, but I like this theory. I like this theory a lot. And so far, the theory has held true in the past. Check out the article below. Thank you very much, Guy Bennett, linked to below, for sending me that article only like a couple hours before the show went live. So it was a little, I got lucky there. He sends me lots of stuff. So thank you. Spread the word about that. Retweet this darn video, dude. I tweeted this thing out on Twitter. So spread the word. That's the best. People are like, how can I contribute to the show? Just spread the word about the show on Twitter, on social media, wherever. There are crypto links, crypto addresses below. You can send me stuff. You can do the super chat, which someone just did when I said that. That's pretty cool. Guy Bennett said $5. Thank you, dude. Strong hand for 210,000 blocks. Yes, people. Can you just defer gratification for 210,000 blocks? Read the article, and maybe that will strengthen your hand and give you that ability. All right? Because I know there's so many short-term thinkers, so many impulsive. This is not for the impulsive people. The 210,000 block theory, 210,000 hold block theory, whatever you want to call it. It's not for the impulsive. It's not for the 80%ers. It's for the long-term thinkers. It's for the ones who can defer gratification. And if you've been watching this show, I've helped you've gotten a stronger hand, and you've learned how to defer gratifications in all aspects of your life. And yes, I just finished a 44-hour fast. It was easy as anything for me. I even did my sprints. It was sprint day today, so I did my sprints when I hadn't eaten for 40 hours. But again, I can defer gratification in all aspects of my life. I don't have to eat. I don't have to have fancy things. I can just put it off. I can hold that Bitcoin. Moving on, another article for you fiat freaks out there. Okay, this is when we're talking about how many. This is from buybitcoinworldwide.com. I just stumbled upon this, and I find it very interesting. And fiat freaks, maybe it'll give you more of an incentive to buy Bitcoin. How many millionaires were made from Bitcoin? It's impossible to know exactly. With some quick math, however, we can estimate the max number of people who are Bitcoin millionaires. With Bitcoin's price at $5,262, you need 190.03 Bitcoins to be a Bitcoin fiat millionaire. Okay, I'm adding that. In terms of, because we're not fiat freaks, but in terms of this little article, when we're talking about Bitcoin millionaires, we're talking about your fiat value of your Bitcoin. So you need 190 Bitcoin as of right this second. Or basically right this second, to be a Bitcoin millionaire in dollars. Since there are 17,600,000 whatever Bitcoin in circulation, there are a maximum of 92,802 people holding 190.03 Bitcoins. In all likelihood, the number is much lower than that, and probably around 30,000 to 60,000 people with more than $1 million worth of Bitcoins. Okay. So this guy is theorizing that there are only 30,000 to 60,000 people on the planet Earth, which has 7 billion people on it, that have more than that have 190 or more Bitcoin. There's only between 30,000 and 60,000 people. I've never heard anyone put it this way before, and it's for your fiat freaks. I wanted to share this little article, but why not buy yourself 190 Bitcoin? And so how many entities out there can buy 190 Bitcoin right now to join those ranks? There are quite a lot of people out there that can join the ranks. So aim for 190 as of this minute. I mean, next week it might be less, it might be more. Just keep on trying to get that first one if you haven't got the first one yet. If you gotten that first one, try to get to 2, then try to get to 10, and then 190. So yeah, if you're a Bitcoin fiat millionaire right now, you're elite, man. You are ultra elite. All right. They're not going to be many. There are not going to be many people in the future that have more than 190 Bitcoin. But hey, there's some of you that think you're super smart and that you sell your Bitcoin and you go into fiat and you'll buy it back for cheaper, right? And you don't have any Bitcoin right now. You're in fiat. I'm offended by your selling, first of all. So I mean, yeah, there probably are some real fiat freaks out there that had like 190 Bitcoin and sold them, and now are in fiat and are praying to Hashem that everything works out well for them. I don't like those type of chances. I just keep getting big. I just keep accumulating it. And no, please, offended by selling. I would never go into fiat before the 2020 halving. Oh my God. Oh God. Oh, I want to barf just thinking about it. So Dogecoin, I was thinking about it as I mentioned it the last two shows. Ooh, what a nightmare that I'm thinking about Dogecoin. But it is the eternal penny stock of crypto. I think it'll last because it's just like, because of the mindset of the typical of so many people out there. They're used to penny stocks. Dogecoin it's so cheap. It's calcified or whatever the term is. I forgot. Calcified. What is it? What's the term I'm looking for? It's not changing. It is what it is, and it's got the whole community around it. So yeah, it's gonna be jumping in that second and third tier for life, maybe. And in terms of altcoins, I guess that's not a bad place to be. If you're the eternal penny stock and you're just going from second to third tier forever, it's better than being like there's like thousands of altcoins out there. So being a second or third tier altcoin, probably not the worst thing in the world. Some crypto investment funds will invest into Dogecoin. I talked about one a week or so ago that was planning on doing it and everything. And yeah, we are just at the tip of the iceberg. There are going to be all sorts of crypto investment funds. And no, I don't approve of buying some crypto investment fund that diversifies for the sake of diversification into things like Dogecoin. I mean, that's wacky. You should just control your own private key, buy your own Bitcoin instead of let someone make decisions with you turn your precious Bitcoin into some crypto fund that holds second and third tier altcoins that are penny stocks of crypto. I don't get it, man. But again, traditional investors are used to diversification for the sake of diversification. They're used to other people managing their money. It's sick. It's sickening to me. Be your own bank. That's what crypto is all about. But hey, I can't control other people's minds. It's personal responsibility is a new counterculture. They're going their way. I'm taking personal responsibility. I'm controlling my private keys, and I'm just no diversification. Bitcoin, baby. Bitcoin, the rock. 1 Bitcoin equals 1 Bitcoin. Value your wealth in Bitcoin. Pound that like button. All right. So there is a dude out there, Pirate Beach Bum. He is he has a blog series. It's called Bear Market Diaries. And he actually, I'm going to be in one soon enough. It's basically interviews with various people in the Bitcoin space. And it's, to pump you up during the so-called fiat bear market. And I really appreciate what the dude is doing. And I'm very busy and I haven't been able to answer the questions yet, but that's coming soon. But there is a dude that follows me named Apex. Apex is a Venezuelan Bitcoiner who understands the value proposition of Bitcoin better than most due to the geopolitical issues and rapid inflation taking place in his country. And I link to his interview, his diary, bear market diary, which is very interesting. And he gives me a shout out. He likes to watch the This Week in Bitcoin show, especially when I have guests from Venezuela on it. So Apex, you are in motion. Good luck with everything in Venezuela. I'm glad you watched the show. Be safe, be strong, hold on tight to your Bitcoin. And Pirate Beach Bum, you're doing a great thing too. Check all of that out. That is linked to below. Hey, Friday, I already know the time of This Week in Bitcoin. It's going to be 5:30 Eastern time. That is 2:30 in Los Angeles. And so far, we got BTC Benny and Juan Galt, who you guys know are all-stars, and I know you love those dudes. So it's going to be a great Friday show. Now, here is a tweet. Mizir Mahmudov said, Bitcoin is doing better than corporations and altcoins, though it never had a CEO, marketing, salaries, ICO, partnerships, headquarters, customer support. I love that, man. That's great. No, but altcoins can have all those things. And of course, corporations can have all those things. But that's the beauty of Bitcoin. It's truly the one that in order to even have marketing, a group of people would have to get together and be an independent marketing source of Bitcoin. Bitcoin can't have a CEO. It can't have salaries. It can't have ICOs. It can't have a headquarters. It's not like that. While altcoins and corporations can have that kind of centralized setup, but yet still Bitcoin beats them all without all of that, which is just great. It's a great reminder there. I like that tweet a lot. Crypto Emissary tweets out, and this is for the fiat freaks. And yeah, this is going to trigger some people here also. I agree with Vinny Lingham on quantifying an exit from a bear market. 2x from the bottom feels right. So around $6,200 per Bitcoin for us to be officially out of the bear market. Now, again, I know 1 Bitcoin equals 1 Bitcoin. I'm not in any bear market at all, okay? I got more Bitcoin than I did at the beginning of the so-called bear market, okay? So since I value my wealth in Bitcoin, I'm doing better. But there's a lot of fiat freaks that watch this darn thing, and they are interested in what classifies the end of a bear market. I like in terms of fiat. I think Vinny's onto something here. 2x from the bottom. So if the bottom was really 3,100, if we get to 6,200, then we're there. And coincidentally, or not coincidentally, because there are no coincidences, around 6,200, that's above the Hoffman line again. That's around where it just plummeted that one day. Was it in November? I was in Chile. I was in Santiago. That's all I can remember. Things get blurry after that because everything that happened to me when I was coming back to Baltimore. But yeah, it would make sense. And I mean, in the past, I didn't look in the past, but I think Bitcoin bottomed at about 200 back in 2014 or 15. So we were basically out of the bear market when it hit 400. When it hit 400 in 2016, it up to the halving. It kept on going up until before the halving and then after the halving. So yeah, it's an interesting way of looking at it. For the fiat freaks, that the bear market officially ends when it doubles the bottom. But we don't know what the bottom was in fiat. I mean, in theory, and I don't want to freak people out. I mean, in theory, it could go below $3,100 for all I know. Whatever. I still have as much Bitcoin, but that's for the fiat freaks. Bitcoin Rabbi. First of all, Bitcoin Rabbi is going to be on my show on Saturday night. It's going to be the Beyond Bitcoin show with the Bitcoin Rabbi. So we'll talk a little Bitcoin. We'll talk some beyond Bitcoin subjects also, and that's 10 p.m. on Saturday. But the Bitcoin Rabbi has a tweet out there. It's here, because he's in motion. I got to share this. It's here. My book, Bitcoin Money: A Tale of Bitville, Discovering Good Money. It is available for purchase at bitcoinmoneybook.com. It answers the questions for both young and old in simple words and beautiful illustrations. Why Bitcoin? Dude, that's awesome. It's good to get the beginners in with books, young kids, even adults. It's linked to below. Check it out, buy it. And something else that I like from a completely random group of people that are in motion. And this just shows you that anyone can be in the Bitcoin space. I mean, the Bitcoin Rabbi is not a technical expert. He's being productive in the Bitcoin space. But this entity, Cryptographics, they're called, Belgian visual communication agency, making infographics about crypto to educate non-techies. I mean, that's a great idea. Make infographics about cryptocurrency to educate non-techies. Everybody loves pictures. Everybody loves infographics. And non-techies are the majority of people on this planet. So yeah, draw them some pictures, make it easy for them to understand. I'm sure you'll do well, Cryptographics. They are linked to below. All right, that's the end of the show, people. Pound that like button, bang that bell button, click on all those squares you see to watch the most recent shows. Go to sportsmeister.com to see all the listen to all the podcasts of this show. I'm Adam Meister, the Bitcoin Meister, to the moon, the Disrupt Meister. I will see you tomorrow because, of course, we do a new show here. I do a new show here every single day. We do a new show because it's the people who watch the show and it's me together. That makes up the whole show, the whole community. I love you guys. I'll talk to you in the chat right now. Bye-bye.